Sound to your mind.
Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Shouts all on my team, I need more than a mattress support. In my dreams, could grab a few Z's like I'm falling asleep, but I don't wanna wake for the morning. Grief, breathe. Tears drop to the form in the sea. A broke heart, but it's worn in my sleeve. Never listened, I was warned in my teens, but I still skip school, I was taught in the streets. Ring back, don't call for police. Stand tall, don't fall for the beast. Got issues with trust, so I'm born to believe. We've been a victim of love and now we're caught in it deep. Breathe.
Yes, people, we are back. We are back. Kick off in about couple of minutes now. Listen, looking forward to this game, man. It's been a while. Obviously, the team news is out. Obviously, you know, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see it there as well. Big up to yourselves for coming back through, guys. As always, make sure we're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subbing to the channel. Make sure you share the channel as well. Fitz, what you saying, bro? You good? I think you're on mute, bro.
Yo,
what you saying, man? You good?
yeah, man. Just fucking waiting to see fucking what this. As I was just about to say it, they come up in the middle of the screen. Fucking see what this midfield pairing's gonna do. Ugarte, man.
I'll be honest. I'm worried for that midfield. Not because like obviously you trust Casemiro in it, but
Yeah.
I can't really trust Ugarte. And you know what I'd say as well, yeah. You see, they've got their front three, yeah. I got a feeling their front three could cause problems. Aronson, Noah Okafor, and Calvert-Lewin, man. So
Yeah.
Let's wait and see.
Like I say, these men will turn up like this is Champions League final, and don't forget these men do still need every point they can get on the board. Like they're not 100% safe. Like shit can still go left for them.
100. Yeah, 100%. Making his first start, you got it, you know. Mad.
Bro.
Making his first start.
But that just shows you, like, when it comes to summer, like, with Casemiro going, look, we've had Kobe's got an injury and we're stripped down to Ugarte and potentially throwing Bruno in there to put Mount in the 10. Or if not, direct fucking midfielder will pull in from the academy. It's not what you need. So right now, thinking of it, knowing Casemiro, there's no hope of an extension. We need no less than three midfielders.
But you know what it is as well, yeah? Do you know why this is funny, yeah? Is because if you actually look at United starting midfield now, they're two guys that will be gone next season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's even more the reason why
we've got one injury in that position, bro, and we've got two players there that aren't going to be there next season. What are we going to do? We need three midfielders, no less.
Exactly.
Because right now we're looking at, say if Ugarte or Casemiro, let me touch wood as I say, get a knock or anything happens, an early booking, they need to come off. Bro, it's Bruno in the midfield, which isn't a good look. Or it's a fucking academy player that, let's be real, the only reason he's on the bench is because he got fucking given a fucking chance by Fletcher. If he hadn't been given a chance and to be fair, I know Amarim fucking pulled him up just to kind of like prove a point, like he's not against the academy in it, but he's got no right being in the on a team sheet right now, does he? Let's be real.
No, I mean he's poor, man. Like, and what makes me laugh is that he was always poor, but as we know with this fan base, man, these guys were just desperate to give him a chance, and even they're turning on Ugarte now. But Ugarte's never been good, really. Let's be honest. But let's see what he can do today, man, because we're gonna need him. That's what I tell you.
Sure. It's just kicked off. I'm on 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm on 1 minute.
Oh, you
Yeah, 1 minute.
bastard! You spoil every game for me like this.
I'll try and keep it to a minimum.
Now, to be fair, it does my heart rate good. I'm not gonna lie. Knowing that I'm gonna get a spoiler a few seconds ahead, I
Yeah.
can kind of chill and relax in it.
Mm. Big up to Christopher McGrath. Big up, man. Big up yourself. Let's see anyway. Guys, one Diva saying 3-1 United. To be fair, you got it spot on with the Arsenal game against Bournemouth. So,
And that is what I went with as well, innit?
yeah.
In fact, no. Sorry, I went with 2-1. I think I need to pull my bet up. I think I went with 2-1. I was
What, 2-1
debating
Bournemouth?
between 3 and 2, but I've gone. I think I've gone 2.
Oh, what United, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, I don't know because I think Leeds are not. Oh, shit. What a save. Lamens is ridiculous, Lamens is ridiculous. What a save.
Took a big risk with Lamens as well, I think we
Oh,
need
he's
to
ridiculous.
appreciate
Look at this
that.
save. What a save. His reaction from Calvert-Lewin.
I think it's coming now.
This guy's ridiculous, I'm telling you. It's a great ball in there.
Yeah.
He should score that, Calvert-Lewin. Just score that, but it's a great save.
Trust me. Calvert-Lewin can't believe that he's not scored it. Right. Well, like I say, we need to actually take a minute to appreciate the fact of when we signed Lamens, I'm not gonna lie, knowing that we was looking at Martinez and knowing that got experience there, we kind of need more experience. Obviously, long term, Lamens was definitely the better deal, but did we have time to take a risk? Bro, he's stepped up immediately, not let us
He's a very
down
good keeper.
once, has he?
Very good keeper. The thing what I like about Lamens is that it's his composure for someone that young, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His composure is crazy, man.
I'd not seen much of him, and I didn't really even want to watch much of him because I'm like, to be fair, whatever he did in the Belgian league is not going to compare to what he can do in the Prem. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even trying to waste my time on it. But fucking hell, what a player he looks, innit? And considering how young he is.
Yeah, he's good. As I said, I actually think here, like when you're looking at the best keepers in the world, he's one of them. But people won't say that because he's only been there at Man United for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? But if you just watch what he's done this season since he's come to the club, the guy's been 1-0. Fuck yeah, no Okafor. Bro, what I tell you? Fuck yeah, no, man. What I tell you?
But I told you these men are gonna turn up and play like the fucking life depends on it. These men are not gonna come to this.
Be fair, it's a great finish as well. Let me see this. Bro, oh my God. Man like Jaden Bogle running off Ugarte. Calvert-Lewin. Let me see who he roughed up.
I'm not even trying to see the replay. I'll take this time to watch the glasses.
Is that a foul on Euro? You know what it is now, yeah? You watch fans now say, oh, Euro shit now. Guarantee you, bro. Guarantee you they're going to start saying, Euro shit, or whatever they're going to start saying. 1-0. I knew it'd be a difficult game, man.
But again, to be fair, for me, like right now, there's no real. It's gonna take a real fucking bad run of games, which I can't see happening, for us to not get Champions League. Knowing that there's nothing else we're playing for, we're pretty much secured in where we are. You know what I mean? Like we're not in a title race. I don't really mind if we end up dropping points here. I refuse. We cannot get nothing from the game. Like if we lose the game, I'm gonna be upset about it. but it's not like it's fuck's it. Like, it's not half as bad as if City or Arsenal lose a game now. You know what I mean? These men
Yeah.
need to win everything. We
Oh
don't need
my
to win.
lord! What? Sorry, bro. Go on, go on, go on.
No, I was just gonna say we don't need to fucking actually like win every game. Our life, our season don't depend on it. We're pretty much secure where we are in it. And
Yeah,
let's
I
be
mean, to be
real.
honest with you, we are going to get we're going to get Champions League football. It's impossible not to, isn't it? Because
Especially now with top 5 are in the Champions League. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, there's no way we don't get it. And for me, that was the objective at the start of this season: Champions League football. And we're there. You know what I mean? With a few games to spare. So I'm
yeah.
not that. Even if we lose the game, I'm not going to be that fucking upset about it. Like, I'll still be able to laugh at an Arsenal fan this week. I'm not going to be losing sleep anyway.
Yeah, trust me. The thing is though, yeah, like they're on the attack again.
Hey, these man will not come to play no games today.
Yeah. But you know what it is as well, yeah. Casemiro's injured.
What did I just say?
My,
What did I just say?
oh my lord, he's done.
You better get the fuck up.
Let me see this. Oh,
I've seen him go down then.
yeah, look. Oh, that could be a hot. I don't know, right on his ankle. Oh no, he's up. Okay, thank God for that.
But this is what I'm saying. You see that scenario there scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but bro, you know what it is, yeah. You see what's annoying, yeah. We know we need midfielders, yeah, but you're gonna get a lot of these fans that were Amarim in, yeah. They're gonna start saying, like they'll start blaming someone. They'll start blaming the ball. They'll start doing all this, because again, it's all about passing the buck onto someone else, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
like, don't get it wrong. Like, I was fuming. Like, like, yeah, I'm happy that we got Cunha. I wasn't that asked about Mbumo, but yeah, he's done a job. You know what I mean? Then obviously fucking Lemens, we needed that keeper.
yeah,
Fucking Sesko, we needed that striker. I was happy with it, but let's be 100% clear. I was fuming the whole time. Like, why are we buying players that don't play centre mid? These aren't what we need right now. Like, when we finished the season with that loss against Tottenham, bro, we all knew, right? We need midfielders now. You know what I mean? Everybody was talking it. So how the board then decided, right, we're gonna sort out the wings. We're gonna sort out basically every position that we can do until we get to centre. Like, bro, that irritated the fuck out of me. And then to find ourselves in situations like this, like, thankfully we got rid of that fucking idiot, because Kobe fitness wouldn't even be a fucking thing. You'd have been fucking playing for somebody else by now. So we'd have been playing with Casemiro and Ugarte with him anyway. But then you're looking at it like, who else have we got? Bruno, that he'd have been playing there. Fletcher would have been coming in and getting some minutes. Bro, can you imagine if my man was playing Casemiro and Bruno in the centre since January, where we'd be?
Boy, yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Fucked.
The thing for me though, yeah, is that part of me, yeah, I just can't wait. I just can't wait, yeah, for this season to be done, because I need to see what we're gonna do, man. With as I said to you, with the departures and who we're signing, because like as I mentioned previously, you see someone like Ahmad, yeah. I'm a massive fan of Ahmad, but the problem is he's not gonna shine in this team until he plays more central. It's a fact, because he's someone that needs to be constantly on the ball. And if you look at it, he spends half his time running, and then when he does get the ball, he's probably tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to see it. I just want to see the team going a different direction. You know what I mean? But
Well, that's the thing because he's got an engine. They like to
Yeah,
use it, but it's like, yo, imagine you kept him in
man,
the
he's through.
10
He's through.
position.
Oh, unlucky, unlucky. Yeah,
Like you kept him in the 10 position where he can like reserve a lot of his energy for like them vital attacks. And bro,
yeah.
this guy could be one of the most deadly fucking guys. Okay, he's got the
But
speed to beat most defenders, bro.
but bro, that's this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, and this is why, like, for me, it's essential if you want to get better out of like the facts are, yeah. What's the future? Is the future Ahmad, Kobe, Xerxes and them and these kind of players? Are they the future, or is this club just going to be so invested still in Bruno Fernandes? Because I don't care what anyone says, yeah. No attacking player is really going to shine with Bruno still being here. It's a
No.
fact. Like even look at Cunha, yeah. Cunha's having to play left wing because of Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like this is the issue. He's creating an issue, yeah, where you've literally got yeah 4 players that either can't play or are out of position to accommodate him because
Yeah.
Ahmad has to play out wide, yeah, and people don't even know yeah that Ahmad's actually a number 10, but because he's played yeah the majority of his career for United out wide, people naturally think he's just a wide man now. And
Yeah.
again, I don't really blame them for thinking that, yeah. But Ahmad's a number 10. Kobe needs to be further up the pitch. Kobe needs to be further up the pitch. Cunha's a 10 who's playing left wing. Xerxes is a 9, but again, he can play 10 as well. All these guys don't play because it has to be about Bruno Fernandes. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is why I just can't wait till this season's done. We get Champions League, and then you see what's going on. Because, as I said, man, I need to see, because if we buy 3 midfielders, how are you gonna fit these 3 midfielders into the team if you've still got Bruno Fernandes?
No,
See what I mean? Imagine we get Camavinga and Tonali, yeah. Let's say for argument's sake,
Yeah.
it's like Kobe will probably be on the bench.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the thing. For me, when I start planning, like Bruno's part of the ones that are leaving. You know what I mean? Because like for me, I was looking at it the other night. Okay, one sec, I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, so like obviously none of the players that are set to leave this summer and the price tags in it. So fucking
Oh yeah.
obviously, like with Anana, we're looking about 39 million for him. We're looking 38 million for Hoyland. Barca's got a clause where they could take Rashford for 26, and if they don't, we're looking for about 50 for him. Ugarte, people are sniffing around for about 35. Being there for 5 mils linked for Besiktas, I think it is. And Bruno has obviously got the release clause for 57 in it. But obviously, taking into the consideration that Casemiro, Sancho, Malacia, and Tom Heaton all expire as well, and they're not getting renewed. Bro, their contracts, Casemiro is 18.2 mil a year, Sancho's 13 mil a year, Heaton is 2.3 mil, and Malacia is 3.9. But obviously, if you take into consideration all the wages and shit, like basically the wages total just shy of 90 million of all them players from Onana all the way to Malacia that I just mentioned there. That's 90 million wages and 200 mil in sales. And that's on top of the fact that without any sales last summer, and like all we did was loan players out because we didn't have European football, so we didn't need squad depth. So we just loaned them instead of selling. Now we need to sell them because we're gonna need that squad depth again, innit?
Yeah.
So realistically, we're selling players knowing that we're gonna if we're selling 6 players, yeah, and we've got another 4 with contracts that are expiring. two of them are the keepers. Well, no, sorry, three. We've got Onana,
Oh,
Bain there, and
Heaton's leaving,
Heaton.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's three keepers. So we're gonna definitely be signing a keeper, whether it's backup or competition for Le Mans, one of the two.
Mm.
Fucking we're definitely gonna be looking at a winger because Sancho and Rashford both go in. We're already looking at midfielders, but with Ugarte and Casemiro looking like they could both go. Like
Yeah.
that's a keeper, three centre mids. Then obviously you've got a winger
Oh,
as
play
well.
that
A
mad.
left.
What's it? Play that mad. Go on, Sesko. Oh, Sesko, what the fuck is that?
But yeah, like I say, bro, considering last summer without any sales and all that, we spent 250 comfortably.
Mm.
Realistically, add that 200 mil from the sales
Mm.
plus the 150 for your like Champions League qualification. Bro, we've got stupid money that we could actually spend. And have you seen the new change for the financial fucking structure for the league?
No,
So
what's happened?
instead of doing point deductions because they think that it looks bad on the league, so now they're doing it where there's a threshold in it. So I think there's a green section where it's like up to 70% of what your club's revenue is, and then up to like from 70 to 100, you've got the
Yeah.
red zone in it. Now the red zone, if you're in that red zone,
Mm.
basically you just have to pay a fine in it. And if you go above that, it's an automatic 6 point deduction plus the fine in it. So basically, if you're willing to spend the money on the fine and pay for the fine, you can
Yeah, yeah.
overspend and not worry about it. You know what I mean? So
But again, how
realistic,
much is the fine?
I'm not too sure in it. I think
Oh,
it's essentially it depends on the club and how much it is because the percentage is based on your revenue in it. So City's revenue or United's revenue, let's say, is going to be a much like 1% of United's revenue is going to be higher than 1% of Leeds in it.
yeah.
So I think they've got to still kind of take it by case in it. But if you're willing to accept the fine,
Yeah.
fucking
Just
you can
overspend.
yeah. But like I say,
Mm.
realistically, if we could spend 250 anyway, and then we've got another 200 in sales, another 90 from the contracts, fucking 150 from Champions League qualification.
Yeah.
Realistically, we could, without even getting into that red zone, spend like obviously keep the 90 mil on wages instead of adding that to it. Straight up,
Mm.
that's 600 mil that you could spend and still be in the green zone.
Mm.
So, like I say, I think we're in for a massive window this season.
Bro, listen, if we, I'm not even gonna get my hopes up, man, because like, as I said, man, if like I'm expecting us to spend what 250 mil. That's what I'm
No, bro,
expecting.
think about it though, bro. It like,
Mm.
oh no, definitely going. We you know the club don't want him and they're not gonna have a use for him in it. And he
Yeah.
knows he's not gonna get game time with Le Mans. It's not competition. If anything, it's backup. And let's be real, like I can't see him sticking around for backup. Fucking
Yeah.
Hoyland definitely going. Rashford is already basically been 100% confirmed.
But don't
Ugarte
forget, bro. Remember, yeah. There's debt repayments as well, though, isn't it?
yeah, no, there is, but obviously, fucking them shits already go out anyway. Like
Mm.
we repaid debt payments, yeah,
Mm.
and
Mm.
still paid 250 mil this summer gone, yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's already been taken out of the money before we even look at the summer budget. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And we still
Mm.
had 250 with the worst season we've had in my lifetime. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So
Mm.
for me, we will have at least 250 just to begin with on a bad
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get me? So
Mm.
and like I say, okay, if we weren't going to have a mass exodus, because like I say, 4 contracts expiring and 6 that are basically like they're up for grabs. They're on the market in it.
That's money, in it. Yeah.
That's money, bro. And bear in mind, yeah, we could do that this season where we could loan out 6 players and not mind about it because We didn't need the money. We still had 250. We weren't going too crazy because we don't need an overly deep squad for what we had on the cards this season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But next season, going into the Champions League, we're going to, even if we're not trying to compete to win the league, like the Champions League or the league, we're still going to need a much deeper squad than this year. You know what I mean? And with that in mind, you're getting rid of 10 players. That tells me, knowing that you already needed a midfielder before the season started, and then when the season ends, you're losing another 10 players. You're gonna
Yeah.
need to bring in at least 9, 10 players because you're losing 11.
Yeah, but we all know United not signing 9, 10 players.
Nah, but
I'm working with 5 players, four to 5 players minimum that they get.
nah. I personally think we're gonna go more closer to 7 or 8. And
What
that's
sign?
what I'm saying about yeah, bro. Because this is what I'm saying. Bear in mind the money that we're gonna have to spend, and look at some of the signings we're talking about. Yeah, so like fucking Camavinga, 43 million. It's
Bro, yeah,
peanuts,
bro.
basically.
43 million for Camavinga. Camavinga, Baleba, Tonali. That should be the midfield, man. Go and get them
And this
free.
is the thing, bro. You pay 43 million for Camavinga and just give him Casemiro's wage.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
feel it at
Well, the
all.
thing is, yeah, I think because of the injuries that he's had, you'd probably say take a bit of a wage, probably a bit of a wage cut, innit?
Yeah, he probably will, but that's the thing. I'd be willing to like. You could even like. This is just how you could work it out mathematically quickly, innit? Like, give him the exact same as Casemiro. Fuck it, yeah. And then Tonali, we're looking like they're quoting 100 million. All right, cool. Give him Rashford's wage. You
Yeah,
get
but they're
me?
trying to reduce the wage. That's the problem, though, isn't it?
Now I hear it, but this is what I'm saying. Let's be real. Tonali
Yeah,
is not going to command 300k.
yeah.
We're going
He
to
probably
save
wants
money on all these.
250. He probably wants
Huh?
250. 250, I
All right,
reckon.
so for argument's sake, because that's what Sancho's on, you give him Sancho's wage, and
I hear it.
Sancho and
I hear it. Yeah.
Casemiro are both leaving on a free anyway. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you're replacing them to 143 million, and the wages are already like for like, yeah. And then you've still got because bro, Tom Heaton is on 45k a week
To do what? You know what I mean?
to,
To
to
just
do
chat shit on the
football.
bench.
Bayern Days on 35k a week, bro. You lose them two plus Onana, who's on 120k a week.
Yeah.
That's 200, just shy of 200k a week that you can
Yeah.
offer to another keeper to come in if you wanted to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And obviously, you fucking looking to sell Bayern Day for 5 mil, Onana for fucking 39. You're talking about 43 mil. So them selling your keepers there, you've got Camavinga's transfer.
Yeah, go on.
You know what I mean? But like I said, juggling shit around. Already, without having to spend any of the already budget or the Champions League money, you can get Camavinga and Tonali in before you even feel it or notice your bank balance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then
Yeah,
on
but
top
bro,
of
I
it,
mean, again, it's like for me, with the money that we're potentially gonna have, there should be no excuse why we're not in for them players anyway. But I just don't know. Because I'm not really hearing too much about Camavinga. You know, this is what I'm trying to say to you. I'm bored of just the speculation. I just want the seasons to be done, and then when I start hearing that we're in talks or there's something concrete, that'll be better. Because just based off who's going, the wages we're going to free up, there's no excuse to not go for a Camavinga. Really, 43 million, and you can afford his wages, easy.
and this is the thing, bro. Like, look at it. We've been talking for time. Camavinga, Tonali, Baleba, and Dyer. Bro, if we was to get them 4 players, that's
Yeah,
like 183 million for those 4 there.
yeah.
That less than the 250 that you're already saying straight away just for them 4. We could do that, and then the wages that we're losing on frees, the extra money that we're bringing in on transfers, knocks us back up to like another 250 that we could spend before you even look at Champions League money.
100, yeah.
You know what I mean? So then obviously with that extra 250 there. You look at like a Murillo for 70. Fucking.
Bro, I don't even think Murillo will cost that much.
Well, that's what apparently what they're quoting for, innit? It'd only drop if you got relegated.
What,
It's
they're
like
quoting 70 mil for Murillo?
Huh?
They're quoting 70 mil for Murillo.
Yeah. And right now, Van der Ven, they're quoting 100 million, but if he gets relegated, it could drop to 60 or 70 mil. So it's one of them, like, whichever one you want to go for, it's going to be around about the same.
Yeah.
For me, I personally feel like Lemens is that good, where if you used to bring in a keeper to compete with him, it would be someone of the level of a fucking Emi Martinez.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but Martinez won't make sense because the fact that Martinez is
backup, but I think maybe Lemens would step back and be like, right, well, I'll give him the number 1 shirt, knowing as long as I'm getting cup games and I'm getting rotated into the team, I feel like Lemens might, because he's young, I don't think it's going to be as much of a knock to his ego. You know what I mean? But
what's going on there? One sec, bro. What's going on there? Right, they're causing problems.
In the middle.
They're causing problems. Let me go through some of this chat quickly, innit? You got to admit, as a Man United fan, the guy. What's that? You've got to admit, as a Man United fan, the guy of this channel, you are missing Harry Maguire. What do you think? I mean, people are gonna say we're missing Harry Maguire because we're losing. You know what I mean? So if we were winning, that chat wouldn't be happening. You know. And the thing is, Maguire is dominant in the air. So the very fact that Calvert-Lewin challenged Lenny Yoro, and you could say it was a foul, you could say he was stronger, whatever. That's why people are going to say you're missing Harry Maguire. But it's more of a problem to say they were missing Harry Maguire. Get up, Bruno, you fucking idiot. This guy, yeah, you see what he does, yeah? You'll see it, yeah? He loses the ball, and then it's got to be a foul or like this guy's a con artist. I'm telling you. Good defending, Euro. Oh my lord, what is going on? What is going on, bro? They're causing problems. They are causing problems.
Telling you, man.
Oh my god, 2-0. Oh my lord, it's 2-0. No Okafor. Bro, what'd I tell you? And bro, who lost the ball? Who got tackled? Which led to that? I mean, again, there's a lot to do, but just saying, man. Mr. I get GA, you know, on the floor like a bitch.
Fucking hell, what a goal that was, though. Took a bit of a deflection.
Team does man on screen in glass support me. We're both Man United supporters. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, listen, man, 2-0. Can't even complain. They thoroughly deserve that, man. Lissandro putting Casemiro in trouble. Casemiro not being aware. Luke Shaw heads it out. Lissandro weak header. And then boom. Pathetic. Maguire is your best defender. Well, if he is our best defender, it's a problem. For me, Matthias de Ligt's our best defender, but Maguire has been good this season, though, to be fair. He has, but yeah, Matthias de Ligt's our best defender. Bro, they've deserved it. Remember we said, innit? Remember we said, man. They weren't going to be easy. People were saying that we're going to steamroll. Some idiot tell us that that they were going to steamroll Leeds 3-0. No. You see what I mean?
No. Like I said, these man will turn up and play like it's Champions League. Bro, it's a different thing for them. This derby, innit? Like this rivalry means so much to Leeds.
Sorry, bro.
They'll take relegation as long as they beat us both fixtures.
Yeah, bro. Just quickly, yeah. You see why this you see this Bruno Fernandes, why he's a problem, yeah? What I don't like what he does, yeah, is that he's trying to have a go at Sesko. 1 minute. He's having a go at Sesko, yeah? Now, Luke Shaw's played the ball. Bruno's done a header, which, to be fair, the ball from Luke Shaw, you might say was a difficult ball. You'll see it anyway, yeah? But Bruno's headed the ball, and he expects Sesko to be there. But it's like, Sesko can't be there because the ball you're heading onto him is just a nothing ball. But rather than him just hold his hand up, yeah, he has to blame someone else. This is the problem, bro. This guy, yeah, he's been given everything at this club to the point, yeah, where he can literally just do what he wants. I mean, he moans at his players, even when it's his fault. He's on a free kick now. Let's see this. Poor ball. Fucking shocking ball. You see what I mean? Joke, man. Absolute joke, this guy. Get him out of the club, man, next season. Too many of these. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. What's going on there?
Don't, bro. I can't take another.
Bro, we're getting smoked. I ain't gonna lie. Free kick Leeds. We're getting absolutely smoked. Do you think Man U will cope playing in all competitions next season? Do I think?
Not without a bag of signs.
Well, listen. We have to see in the summer. Get rid of Bruno Fernandes because he's shit. I'm telling you now, he's rubbish. He's a problem for this team. Whether people like it or not. As I said, man, there's players. Ugarte, get rid of him. There's players that need to go. As I said, man, it's the signings for me. We'll see. If we don't make the right signings, then it's going to be difficult, isn't it? Philly says 3 weeks to prepare for this. I hear it. I hear it, man. Euro having a stinker, shite defender. Nah, that's false, man. You can blame Euro for the if you think he got bullied by Calvert-Lewin, but as I said, man, to say he's a shite defender, that's just passing the buck because Lissandro's not done nothing either, and he was arguably at fault for the second goal as well. Why they not playing Maguire? Maguire's suspended. He's suspended. Leave Bruno alone. He's your best player by a country mile. I'll take him at Arsenal. Take him. He's shit. You know what I mean? If you think he's our best player, then that's a demon that you've got to sleep with, unfortunately. And this is part of the problem. You're being told that by the media and by deluded fans that he's the best player. If he's the best player, is there any surprise why we've been struggling for as long as we have been? Answer those questions. You know what I mean? I think Kobe's injured. Heaven is better than Euro. I like Heaven, to be fair. I think Euro's just getting too much criticism, to be honest with you. Euro just needs confidence and time because Euro's one of them players, yeah. People are just too easy to crash it on certain players, and we know what the pattern is. You know? So Bruno is not your best player. Who is your best player in your eyes? Casemiro's our best player. Casemiro's our most experienced player. He's our only winner. Yeah, he's a big game player. That's literally what it is. The only reason why people think Bruno's the best player is because we're in an era now where people just care about numbers. But again, they don't tell you the real numbers. This is the truth. They don't tell you the real numbers. They only tell you what they want you to see. And if you're not switched on to that, then you'll run with this narrative that Bruno's the best player. And look, right on cue, as I said it. Right on cue. Bruno gets goals, assists in breaking records, correct a lot of chances. Who does that on your team? So I don't know how you can correct a lot of chances. I think you meant to say correct, create. Yeah. But again, the fact that he gets goals and assists, yeah, is that how you break down football? So you think someone getting goals and assists automatically makes them the best player? As I said, have a check on what Bruno takes. Free kicks, corners, penalties. Yeah? Just have a look at that. He's got seven. He's got 7 assists from open play. Again, these are the things that people don't want to talk about. They just want to tell you he gets goals and assists. Go and have a look at his look at his Premier League record for goals and assists, and have a look and see how many penalties and that are in there. You know what I mean?
Trust me. And don't forget, out of them 101 chances created, fucking 80 of them have been 85 of them have either been corners or free kicks. Realistically, in open play, he's had 16 chances created. His long ball succession rate is fucking 59%. All he does is long balls. You want,
bro, read this.
Come in for the 75.
You see things like this now, yeah. You see things like this, yeah. Things like this make me laugh. Keane said he was the best 10 in the world before the match. I'll take his opinion over yours. So if Roy Keane told you, yeah, that that Declan Rice is the best midfielder he's ever seen, are you going to take his opinion on that as well? You see what I mean? You see the nonsense we're having to deal with. So because Roy Keane has said that Bruno's the best 10, not bearing in mind, yeah, Roy Keane wasn't even a number 10 anyway. What basis does Roy Keane have to say that he thinks Bruno's the best 10? Why would I care what Roy Keane says? Not to mention as well, yeah. Have a look at how many number 10s are in world football. Black Foxy, man, let me know how many 10s that play as a number 10 in world football, and then we can chat. Because you're gonna find yourself
out of the lot of us, yeah, me and you aren't paid to be a good boy for Sky Sports and be an endorsement for Manchester United. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're just lifelong United fans that watch the game and know what we want to see in our club.
Yep.
If you want to take someone that's paid to read a script, cool. You must love your movies. You must love your dramas and all that business there. I'm not involved, bro. I'm here watching my team play week in, week out, and I know who's the biggest detriment of this club. You want to talk about numbers? Cool. We can talk about numbers, especially with that prick. I'm done with him. What's he actually won? The last player that we treated like him, where the whole team revolved around him, was Eric Cantona. Go and watch the comparison between Bruno and Eric Cantona, and then come back and chat to me. I was alive for both.
There you go, bro. I can't believe we're having to talk about King Cantona and talk about him alongside this Bruno Fernandes. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And big up to Philly. Philly says this stat error is a joke. People need to actually watch football instead of being Twitter stat trolls. And Philly, this is the problem. This is the problem. You're getting people coming on here, yeah, that are not interested in having football conversations. They're just interested in telling you, yeah, whatever narrative that they want to follow. You know what I mean? This is part of the problem, man. And myself and Fitz, we're never going to be quiet on this issue. Until Bruno goes, the same energy will always be there. It's not an agenda. It's just that there's too many people out there that are trying to pull the wool over your eyes. It's as simple as that. I'm never going to be someone on here that's going to be, you know, sucking off Bruno Fernandes. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Like, the guy is one of the most overrated players I've ever seen. And all people can tell you is that he gets GA. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. Yeah, he's a troll. Bruno is better than Cantona ever was. Yeah. You see what I mean? he's a troll.
To be fair, one of the mods needs to do the job there. Come on now.
Mods, block this clown, man. Block him. Block him, man.
Just get rid of this idiot. Fuck, you know.
Time him out or block him, because yeah, Bruno is better than Cantona. So this fool thinks he knows football better than Keane. Ha ha. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, these are the kind of people you're dealing with, isn't it? He think this guy probably actually thinks that Roy Keane probably knows more football than us. That's how bad it is. And the only reason he's saying that is because Roy Keane used to play for Man United, and in his eyes, no one can tell Roy Keane anything. What a stupid assumption. You know what I mean? Roy Keane is your legend. Have some respect. I think he knows more about the game than you. Yeah? What makes you think that, Tony Jones? What makes you think that? You know what I mean? Is that how you see football? Because Roy Keane played for United, I have to respect him. How about you bounce? How about that? How about you do one, Tony Jones? You know what I mean? How about that?
I'll be real. I've always loved Roy Keane as a player. You get me? But let's be 100% clear. I'm not gonna just take what a player says as that's golden. Because if you listen to every player that played for one team in a certain era, you're always gonna have a conflict of stories. You know what I mean? You're always gonna have a conflict of opinions. Go back to '99. Keane and Schmeichel hated each other. They didn't like each other whatsoever. Sheringham and Cole didn't like each other whatsoever. You know what I mean? These people, you listen to a story from Andy Cole and listen to a story from Teddy Sheringham. Sheringham's going to blame Cole for certain things. Cole's going to turn around and blame Sheringham. It's just like that. So you can't just take a footballer's fucking opinion on something and just say, oh, that's 100%. Especially, like I say, if Roy Keane was just coming out in interviews where fans are asking him questions and he's coming out with these kind of statements, fair play in it. But when he's being paid by Sky Sports, who have clearly got an agenda to wank off Bruno Fernandes at every given opportunity, I'm not asked. I don't care that he used to wear the armband. I don't care that he used to wear the fucking badge. End of the day, I know he's there reading a script, filling a role that they will find anyone to come in and do it. They'll get Neves to come in and do it. They'll get Paul Scholes to come in and do it. They don't care. Someone will take that check next week. You get me? Roy Keane's just playing good boy, getting paid to say what he knows they want him to say. Their narrative all season has been he's the best number 10 in the world. So what do you think Roy Keane's going to get paid to say when he's there before
the same old shit that they all say? Yeah.
Get me? If he come out and said anything different, he's going to make Sky Sports look like knobheads.
Yeah, but this is the thing. And then what it is, you get idiots like Tony Jones and who's the other Muppet on there? I can't remember his name. They just buy into the narrative, like, because they can't think for themselves, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And what makes me laugh as well, is that if people was to really think about it, why do you think the likes of Roy Keane and these guys are in the studio in the first place? Because if they're top coaches or managers, why are they not managing football? Like, that's not even hard to understand, is it? These guys are in the studio because they're failed managers, all of them.
And you know what I mean? Keane openly admits that he wants to get back into the game and wants to get back into managing or coaching, but nobody's offering him a paycheck for it. But he'll take that paycheck to go on Sky.
Roy Keane can't get a job now in football. He'll get sacked after the first. He'll get sacked after the first couple of weeks, because he'll fall out with someone and he'll think that the game, the way that he used to see it, it works. It works now with his managerial way that he'll probably have. It's not going to work. Yep. There's a reason why these guys are in the studio, because they're trying to influence people like you, to listen to them. I'm never going to listen to Roy Keane. I know more football than Roy Keane. Comfy. I know more than Roy Keane. Comfy. Like, if me and Roy Keane was have a chat on football, boy, there's nothing Roy Keane can tell me. Other. Oh my lord, bro, what is going on? Oh my lord, Martinez just said the goal-bound effort.
Okay, no.
Yeah, bro. If I was to have a conversation with Roy Keane about football, I'll be honest with you. Roy Keane can only tell you what he knows back in his day. The truth.
He can tell you about games he played in.
Don't know nothing about the tactical side of the game. He doesn't.
Yeah, because you know for a fact, Roy Keane has not watched as much football. Like, this is why Roy Keane will have an opinion on Neymar that doesn't actually align with fact. Because when anyone that's watched Neymar play enough football will know what level he was, what level he is. But Roy Keane doesn't watch that. He's only ever seen him when he ever played in a Champions League game against an English team. You know what I mean? Like, he's not sat there and watched fucking La Liga games and fucking League 1 games. And, you know, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Roy Keane maybe used to watch football as a kid. Back then, bear in mind, no, it wasn't as accessible, so he wasn't watching football like that. You know what I mean? It was one of them, man. Like, he knows what he knows from like being a player, cool. But at the end of the day, when he's giving an opinion about the modern game, I'm not asked. I was having this conversation before. It's hard to even try to compare players from different eras just for the simple fact of most stats. If you try to compare a modern centre back with an old 90s centre back, it's nearly impossible because they didn't even keep track of clean sheets. They didn't keep track of fucking how many times they've been dribbled past and all that bullshit there. So you can't even compare unless you go back and watch every fucking game they played and do all the work yourself, which is next to impossible. End of the day, fucking hell, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Bruno this, Bruno that. And I swear, didn't that Tony just say that he'd take him at his club? I don't even know what club that is, but bro, I don't know why you're in a chat trying to tell two lifelong United fans what is and isn't about our club. How about take a Ribena straw, find Mumsy, and suck it till it's dry, dickhead? Fucking idiot.
And charge it to the game.
Trust me.
But the thing is, the thing is as well now, yeah. You know the thing is as well, yeah. What this is the kind of things that like why there's always going to be a pushback, yeah, is because I'm not even surprised that Roy Keane doesn't rate Neymar. It doesn't surprise me because Roy Keane feeds into the narrative from this country. This country don't rate Neymar, and we all know why that is. Because this country doesn't like they don't like confident, talented people. They like tryhards. And Roy Keane, what was he? He was a tryhard kind of player. So when Roy Keane is saying about Neymar, yeah, it's like he just laughed because he's never gonna like Neymar. He's only gonna like players, yeah, that he's being told to say that to rate, or players that he can feel, you know, close to in terms of how we used to see the game, half time. But as I said, man, like. Yeah, Roy Keane cannot tell me nothing about football. That's the honest truth. Not one thing. There's not one thing that I would take Roy Keane seriously when it comes to football talk, because all he's gonna tell you, like, look at the way he talks as well. Yeah, you know, he'll tell you a lot of generic stuff that anyone can say, but because of the way he says it, people just hang on his every word. You know what I mean? And as Noor Saeed has said, we miss Kobe Minor's ball retention ability. Again, a very underrated skill in the game, ball retention. But a lot of these fans won't even realize that, because as far as they're concerned, it's too easy to try and get onto certain players like Lenny Yoro, Ahmad. Certain players
they won't get onto players like they won't even fucking acknowledge shit like ball retention. These men are arguing for Bruno, who on average loses the ball 16 times every 90 minutes.
Bro, he loses the ball probably more than any other player in Man United's team.
Bro, it's insane when you actually deep it. But these men, they'll only watch occasional matches and little clips on Match of the Day, and they love what Shearer says, and they love what fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking clowns, man.
Yeah. Bro, the narrative around this guy is an absolute joke, man. Like, as I said, man, like everyone's saying the same thing, man, because unfortunately, man, we're in a world full of sheep, and you know they all have the same opinion on Bruno. What if you ask anyone? Why do you rate Bruno? He gets goals and assists. How about his performances? Are we going to ignore that? And then you ask him the question. Okay, why is he getting goals and assists then? Why is he getting goals and assists? Because he hogs up everything, and that means other players in the team have to naturally drop off because he's at front and center of everything. That's how football works. If Bruno was to leave Manchester United tomorrow, it just means that someone else will step into the shoes of what he's been doing, but that player might allow other players to flourish. That's the truth. And when you're looking at Bruno, where he takes everything, yeah, and the majority of what he does comes from set pieces, you can't tell me that this guy's a top player, because he's not. He's not. It's just that simple. I don't give a damn what anyone says about it. I've seen, as you said, we've seen too many players to know that this guy is just an overrated player. It's just that simple. Just that simple, man. Could be 3 or 4-0, says Philly. Yeah, listen, man, it's been poor. And you know what I would say as well, yeah? this goes back to there's fans out there that are desperate for Benjamin Sesko to start the game. Yeah, I purposely done my match preview and I said Joshua Zirkzee. I knew Zirkzee was never starting, by the way. Yeah, but again, fans out there want Sesko to start. Why? I know why. Yeah, but the thing is, Sesko has already shown you that he's more dangerous off the bench with his athleticism and his energy. When he starts games, he's not a link man. In games like this, where you're going to have the defense who are going to pressurize the attacker, and you need someone to connect the midfield to the attack, you need someone that can hold the ball, i.e. Joshua Zirkzee. He's got technique, he's strong, he can hold the ball. But Sesko is he's more comfortable coming off the bench against tired legs. It's that simple. But this fan base are desperate to see Sesko start games. And I'm not saying that this result right now is on Sesko, yeah? But yet again, he's been nowhere in the game. That's the truth. You cannot play. And the thing is as well, yeah? I'm glad Carrick started Ahmad, because the one thing that I didn't want to see is an Mbeumo, Bruno, Cunha, and Sesko front four. Because that front four will never work. There's no ball retention between any of them players, really. So he's starting Ahmad, which was a positive. But again, man, it's been a poor display, man. Let's be honest. Niche fans saying it's a complete joke. Yeah, listen, bro, it's been poor, man. He's gonna make changes at halftime, I believe, as well. You know, Bruno is good at Portugal because Vitinha is the main midfielder and is in charge. I hear it. Again, the fact that Bruno's been given the keys to the kingdom at Manchester United is a problem, because players like that, yeah, shouldn't be at front and center of a team. Shouldn't be. You know, look at the quality of the likes of Vitinha and Pedri. These guys are just pure footballers. Bruno's not a pure footballer, but yet he's front and center of everything that Man United do. It's a problem. Euro is as weak as Walker's crisp. Niche fan, to be fair, man, I think you're being a bit harsh on Euro, because I would arguably say that could have even been given a foul because his hand was in his face. But yeah, no, what I would say, man, Euro probably has to be stronger there. But Calvert-Lewin is dangerous in the air, isn't it? So, but yeah, as I said, I think it's unfair, man, to just put it on Euro. You know what I mean? Because Euro's one of them players now, yeah, that there's fans out there that are just onto Euro. But people forget that we shouldn't really have Euro. Euro should be at Real Madrid, and yet he's come to United, you know, and now you're getting fans trying to crash it on him. When we've seen so many players at this club, you know what I mean, just be an embarrassment from start to finish, really. But yet they get a pass. Why is that? Mad. 2-0, boy. Oh, big up Broderick, man. Long time. Big up yourself, man. Big up. Bruno's just a fraud. What I hate about Bruno Fernandes, yeah, and I've said this for years. I hate what he does. I hate what Jude Bellingham does, yeah. These players, what they do is when they make a mistake, it's someone else's fault. Pass the buck. If Bruno misplaces a pass or a header, he starts pointing. Oh, why wasn't you there? How about you just keep the ball, Bruno? How about that? You see what I mean? I can't stand when he does that. He's been doing that for years. And people want to ignore these things to try and tell you about numbers. Gav, you're a real one. You spit facts. Big up. Yeah, big up, Bazwan Diva. Big up. You have to, man. You have to let these people know, innit? You think the 3 weeks off has actually been a negative? I mean, it's difficult because if we're winning the game 2-0, then people won't be saying that. So it's one of them things, man, where you're never going to win. Because if we're winning 2-0, people are going to say the 3 weeks off has been a positive. Because we're getting beat, it's easy to start saying all this kind of stuff, innit? But
No, but
I
let's
don't
not
really know,
forget,
man.
everyone's had the same amount of time off in this fucking game. You know what I mean? It's not like they was playing fucking last week and all shit. You know what I mean? Like everyone's been fucking on the same fucking break. So I'm not putting anything into that. If it was a boring, slow game and a shitty first half, like that City Chelsea first half was a bit, you know what I mean? Like that's both sides feeling the effects maybe in it. But when you've got one team coming out and just duppying the other, like what we've watched here for 45 minutes, I'm not putting
Yeah,
that down to anything other than we've just been outclassed. These men have turned up to play, like I said they would.
yeah,
And to be fair, they're capitalizing on the fact that they turned up ready to play, and they've looked at the team sheet. There's Maguire with a suspension. There's Cobby out injured.
yeah,
They're running wild, innit?
yeah. Big up to Lauren Birch says, have Leeds been good or not? You know what it is? Leeds they've been the better team. They have been better. But you know what I'd say, yeah? Because someone mentioned earlier that Harry Maguire is our best defender and he's not playing. This is why we're poor, yeah. If you actually check it, yeah, both of the goals have come from like crosses in the air, where Calvert-Lewin has challenged for the ball, and the goals resulted from then. So the very fact that the Premier League is very much like this now, yeah, is poor in itself. But yeah, Man United haven't turned up. They haven't turned up. Leeds really should be 3-0 up. Good tackle on the line by Alessandro, but Leeds should really be 3-0 up. And I think Carrick makes changes second half. But all we keep hearing is that, and I know I keep going back to him, but all we keep hearing is Bruno Fernandes. He's been nowhere in this game, but no one talks about it because it's too easy to go and blame other players. Let's see what Bruno can do second half. Let's see what he can do. You know what I mean? Dorgu, where's he's been out? Yeah, no, Dorgu's back, but he's only just come back recently, isn't he? So, but yeah, no, Dorgu's been a miss, man. He has. Tanaka is owning Casemiro. Maybe. How do you feel about Casemiro leaving? Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. There's no way we like. I know he's announced he's going, but to be honest with you, man, Casemiro should be staying, man. We need his experience. As I keep saying, yeah, the guys that the guys that I want to go forward with next season for Manchester United, Lamens, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Euro, Heaven, Lissandro, I'm undecided. Kobe, Ahmad, Sesko, Xerxes, Cunha, and Buemo. They're the only guys I want to go forward with next season, and we make some signings. Everyone else needs to go. And obviously the players that are on loan, you guys already know my thoughts anyway. I'd bring back Jadon Sancho in a heartbeat. I would. But it's quite clear that he's gonna go. But yeah, as I said, man, we just need to make some serious signings. But departures for me are the most important because whether people like it or not, if we want to be a serious team and start doing anything, Bruno Fernandes needs to leave this club. It's that simple. This team ain't going nowhere with him at the helm. I'd bring Sancho back in a heartbeat, man, if we could. But again, we know he's going on a free. And we need to go and sign Iliman NDI for that position. You know, him and Cunha out there. Camavinga, Tonali, Baleba midfield. You know what I mean? Fullback. If we can get Murillo, you know, Iliman NDI, as I said, that's what needs to happen. Yeah, niche fan, listen, man. Sancho, listen. These fans can hate on Sancho all they want, yeah? But if there's any glimmer of hope, which I know there's not, then listen, man. Players with that kind of quality, man, you don't give up on. To see the likes of Mason Mount, who's on 250 a week, number 7 on his back, running around doing nothing. You know, crazy, man. But let's just wait and see, innit? Let's just wait and see. Second half about to start now, anyway. In a poor half, man. He's keeping the same team, you know. Yeah, Murillo at Forest, man. I've been saying Murillo for time at Forest because the only way I would sign Murillo, yeah, is if it means Lissandro's moving on, because Murillo offers more than Lissandro. He's physically better. He's physically stronger. Sorry, he's quicker. He's arguably as good on the ball, if not better. He's a ball carrier from deep as well. He's younger. So again, he ticks all the boxes for me. But if it's a case where Lissandro was to stay, then you wouldn't get a Murillo. But I would get a Murillo to replace Lissandro. He's definitely an upgrade. You know what I mean? And that ain't to say that Lissandro is shit, but Lissandro is injury prone for one, and Murillo and him offer the same kind of thing, but Murillo offers more because he's physically stronger and quicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about him, Murillo?
I like him, bro. I'm not gonna lie though. I know he's been shit the last couple of weeks, but I like fucking Van der Ven and Murillo. I've said for a bit, either one of them coming to United, definite upgrade on fucking Martinez. And to be fair, even if we kept Martinez there just for like another season, looking at it, we always have bad luck. If we had De Ligt and Martinez, who are both fucking pretty injury prone, but when they're fit, the fucking quality centre backs, we're still gonna need more than just Maguire, fucking Euro and Heaven. Still gonna need somebody else realistically, because it's not like Maguire's fucking constantly available neither. So I feel like we're gonna if we're gonna take next season serious and actually start competing for some shit, and we want respectable exits of Champions League and that, we're gonna need to strengthen pretty much everywhere and add a little bit everywhere. Fucking Murillo, for me, the only logical fucking other shout would be Van der Ven. And like I say, if he gets relegated, them two are probably going to be quoted around about the same price tag. I don't care which one, just bring me one of them.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I was with Van der Ven before, because I do like Van der Ven, but I'm looking at the qualities that Murillo would offer, because Van der Ven we know is quick, but Murillo's a better defender than Van der Ven. Yeah. But it's just that Murillo offers he's a very good ball carrier as well, which is underrated from a centre back. And as I said, like you'd only go for Murillo if it means, because remember, Lissandro Martinez's contract is coming I think he has 2 years left in it, and I think there's talk about him wanting an extension or more money. If that's the case, you get rid of him. Because at the end of the day, Murillo's an upgrade on him in terms of what he offers, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You know
and if he's only going to want more money, unless he's going to want a little bit less money and he's willing to take that pay cut, there's no benefit of keeping him.
No, bro, if he wants more money, you sell him. You sell him because the thing is, if you've got someone like Murillo who's younger and will offer more, you just go and do that, innit? Philly says, I'd love Murillo to partner Van Dijk. He could be Van Dijk's legs. Bro, listen, they should have gone to a 3 at the back start the season, as I said. And then go on, Sesko. Oh, unlucky. Let me see this. What happened there? Luke Shaw ran the corner. Schlotterbeck or Bastoni? Yeah, Schlotterbeck signed new contract and Bastoni's going to Barcelona, last I heard. And again, Schlotterbeck, I wouldn't take Schlotterbeck ahead of Murillo.
Nah, you know what though? I do like Schlotterbeck, but I don't see him as a reasonable United target. It's not this summer anyway.
No, bro, he's signed a new contract anyway.
Has it?
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
lord, what's going on there?
it's a write-off then, isn't it?
Yeah, he signed a contract, so so he's not happening. Niche fan says Camavinga and Tanaka. Listen, I think Niche fans liking this Tanaka, man. He's a decent player, Japanese international as well. I'll tell you now, you see Japan, they might be a problem in this World Cup, you know. But yeah, no, Tanaka's a good player, man. But just go and get me Camavinga and Tonali. You know what I mean? Euro's not ready.
To be fair, that's why I feel like we do need to bring in another centre back anyway, because I feel like Heaven and Euro both like they are good enough to be playing, but
Unless someone goes.
I think we do just for the fact of, like I say, the squad rotation the next season. Like, you're guaranteed, even if you keep fucking De Ligt and Martinez, you know these two are going to pick up knocks throughout the season. So that's why you do need more than normal, because you've got two centre backs that you've got in the team that are injury prone, in it. But if you're getting rid of Martinez, then realistically, fucking you replace him with a Murillo. I think you might still struggle when De Ligt does take a knock. Like, say De Ligt takes a knock, and the next thing Maguire gets a couple weeks out. Now you are down to Murillo and the youngsters. You know what I mean? And you might have a couple big fixtures, because you can't plan for injuries, in it. Not unless you've got the depth there. You could have fucking key fixtures coming up, and you're down to you've got fucking Heaven and Euro or a Murillo or whatever. It's like, well, to be fair, it's not the deepest, not for a fucking string of fucking key fixtures. Imagine if it got to this time of the season, next season for us, and we was in like an Arsenal position. We've got all them fixtures coming up, and we've only got fucking Heaven, Euro, and Murillo available. That for me would be a nightmare. That's where straight away they're going to be like, well, we'll throw Luke Shaw in at centre back, and I don't want to see Luke Shaw at centre back. I don't even want to see Luke Shaw.
I don't want to see Luke Shaw here, full stop. But
it's exactly, bro. I don't want to see him put the shirt back on again, but I certainly don't want to see him playing at fucking centre back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. As I said, man, I don't really have a clue of what's happening, man. But one thing I do know, man, five players the minimum that we have to sign. I mean, yeah, there's
more
the thing
than
is,
that with all the outgoings.
Yeah, exactly. But as I said, man, I just want to see Man United go in a different way, and as I said, it all goes back down to one player for me in particular. Like, I don't think people deep how much of a problem this Bruno Fernandes is. He's a problem.
Yeah, you can doesn't matter. You can knock down a building, yeah, but you can't start rebuilding till you check that the fucking foundation's right, innit? And if we're building on the foundation of Bruno, it's impossible to build something sound. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen, man.
I want to see Man United be a possession based team, and I look at this lineup that we've got right now, yeah. And in terms of the attacking area, in terms of the midfield and the attacking areas, the only player that's possession based is Ahmed. He's the only one, because Cunha's not possession based. He's a maverick. Bruno's not possession based. Ugate's not. Casemiro, as much as he's a top player, he's not really possession based. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Sesko's not possession based. Again, any team that wants to be a top team, you need to have possession based players. You know, Camavinga's possession based. Tonali can be possession based. Kobe's possession based. Illiman NDI is possession based. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Mad.
That's the thing, though. Like I was saying before, with the fucking the transfers that should be fucking bringing in. When you look at the players that were either looking to sell or were letting them expire, the positions become clear. Like, we're definitely going to be signing a keeper. We're
Yeah.
definitely going to be signing a left winger. Definitely going to be picking up at least 2 to 3 centre midfielders, because we're losing the 2 that are on the pitch right now, and we was already in for one last summer.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be in for a fucking. I think the low's definitely gone. I think the low, like the
Bro. Sorry, one sec. I think Lissandro's gonna get sent off.
Don't fuck it. We're on the attack. Luke Shaw's have just got in there half on my screen. What the fuck? How's it gone that left?
Wait, so I think they're looking at something. So Lissandro and Calvert-Lewin had a tussle, yeah? I think Lissandro's going. He's pulled Calvert-Lewin's hair.
Yeah, I've just
I think
got the.
Calvert-Lewin elbowed him by accident, and then he's pulled Calvert-Lewin's he's pulled his thing out his hair. Yeah, I think he's gonna go, Let me see.
They're gonna call it a hair pull, aren't they?
Bro, he's a liability, Lissandro. Is he gonna send him off?
Gotta be. It's a hair pull, in it. That like.
He can't
It's
send him off.
basically. It's as bad as going up and punching him or headbutting and doing a Zidane, innit?
One sec. Yeah, he's off. He's off. Oh my lord. The guy has just come back here and he's been sent off. He's a liability. Oh my lord. Straight red card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a hair pull, innit?
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? You know what I would say, yeah? There was an elbow from Calvert-Lewin, but it's hard to see if that was on purpose, and that's what prompted Lissandro to pull his hair, yeah? But he's a liability because you're down to 10 men. I mean, you're down 2-0, and he just pulls his hair like, let me see this. Yeah, so Calvert-Lewin's trying to hold him off, yeah? And I think his arm hit his face, and then Lissandro just pulled his hair. Oh my lord, man. Full clear out needed,
Sure, man.
I mean, the only kind of excitement, man, as you said, man, is Arsenal, innit? They've made the week better, man. Guys, make sure you're there Wednesday, man, for the watch along against Sporting. Make sure you're there, man. Wednesday and Sunday. It's bound to be fireworks. Oh, get this guy off my screen, man. Do you know what? Book him. This Bruno Fernandes gets on my nerves, bro. The guy just moans. Well, you know what the highlight was on yesterday, yeah?
Go on.
Remember the guy that was drinking the bottle, the City fan,
Oh,
drinking the Arsenal bottle. I was crying when I
bro.
see that, seriously. I was crying, man.
Yeah, bro. My one took the piss, and then the joke is, you see it cut back to him like a minute later, and his clocked has gone viral already.
Yeah. I see it. I was crying when I see that. I swear to God, I was crying. Drinking the Arsenal bottle. Niche fan says he'd rather have Rossinia than Carrick. Nah, no way, man. Rossinia's a bot, man. That guy's plugged in. I swear to God, he's plugged in. Lissandro is arguably the best centre back in the world. Yeah, all right, mate. You know what I mean? Don't know what game you're watching, but if you think Lissandro is the best centre back in the world, boy,
Probably a Leeds fan.
that says something. Put it that way.
Yeah, be a
That says
Leeds fan,
something.
innit?
No, he's not. No, I think he's apparently a Man United fan.
No, not a chance.
If he thinks Lissandro is the best centre back in the world, then yeah, this era of football's done out there. That's what I will tell you. And that ain't to say that Lissandro's shit, by the way, yeah, but he ain't the best centre back in the world. He's not. Bruno needs some help out there. Nah, he needs to fuck off. That's what he needs to do. He needs to bounce. Bruno giving it away again. You know what I mean? Giving it away again. Bruno needs some help out there. How about he helps the team? You know what I mean? Remember when they said CR7 was the problem? He wasn't the problem, but he was a problem. Let's get that right. Because him coming back the second time around, yeah, wasn't a positive. It wasn't. Because it meant that other players, as I said, missed out because he was hogging something. This is what people don't understand. If you've got one player that hogs everything, yeah, something has to give. Because when Ronaldo came, Bruno went down. Bruno's doing the same thing. Other players don't shine. That's how football works. You know what I mean?
100.
Look at MSN, for example. Messi, Suarez, Neymar. No one lost out. You know why? Because they're all three top footballers. That is the difference. And you had and Messi and Neymar are creators first and score goals. Suarez is the goal scorer and creates. That's how football works. It's a balance. Sesko losing the ball. You see what I mean? Oh, man. Ridiculous. And big up to Philly. Philly says it right. I think Ronaldo killed Solskjaer's plans, just brought in Sancho and was building a team. And you know what? This is what Solskjaer actually admitted, yeah? Solskjaer actually agreed that Solskjaer didn't want Ronaldo, but the pressure from the club, because the club was in love with Ronaldo, it actually messed up his plans because Mason Greenwood was the star boy coming through. He took a back seat to Ronaldo. Martial couldn't get games. He took a back seat. Even Bruno, who I don't rate, you know, he dropped off, even if he won that player anyway. And then Sancho took a back seat as well because Ronaldo came in. And then Ronaldo got 18 league goals. But what I don't tell you is that 18 of them goals come in 10 games. That's what I don't tell you. Yeah? That's what I don't tell you. And Man United recorded their lowest, was it their lowest finish since he was there or something like that? Oh my Lord, what's this? Oh, unlucky. Sesko's had a stinker. But again, I'm not even going to crash it on Sesko. Sesko has already shown you, yeah, that he's an impact sub. But there's fans out there that want him to start ahead of Xerxes. Ask yourself why that is.
No, 2 secs, bro.
Yeah, go on, man. Go on. Guys, make sure we're smashing the likes, guys. Make sure you're subbing to the channel as well. And make sure you follow Fitz on his socials as well. I reckon the first change, I reckon he's gonna bring on Mbuemo. I think Mbuemo will come on for Sesko, I think. I think he'll keep Ahmad on because Ahmad's got legs. You know what I mean? I think Ahmad will stay on for his legs, and I think he'll oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Oh my lord. What? Play Cunha. Bro, you just missed this, yeah? You might see it now, actually.
I just saw Bruno take a corner.
Yeah, you'll see it now. Leeds almost scored. Good play from Cunha, though. Good ball. Oh, what a ball, Casemiro. Good defending. That was great defending, to be fair.
What a ball!
I reckon
that
he'll
was
bring on, I reckon he'll bring on Mbuemo for Sesko. But you know what he needs to do if he's clever, Carrick, yeah? Is bring on Xerxes to hold the ball. Because they're down to 10 men. You need someone that can keep the ball.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Well, I can't.
The worst thing he could do, yeah? The worst thing he could do is bring on Mbuemo. Because Mbuemo's only going to give you legs. You're down to 10 men, you got to keep the ball. So you should take off Sesko and bring Xerxes on to keep the ball and try and build your way into the game. Bro, you see this James Justin, yeah? He kills me. You know who he's trying to be like?
Go on.
Reece James. He wears the same number as Reece James. He wears his socks down like Reece James as well. And he wears the same boots. I'm telling you, bro. He's trying to be like Reece James. I'm telling you. He thinks he's Reece James.
It's mad when you got players that are trying to emulate players that are still about and like, you know what I mean? Even like they've been greats and now they're just ending their career.
I'm telling you now, he wants to be Reece James. He's even got the same thing. Like Reece James has got two first names. James Justin, he's got two first names. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. He wants to be Reece James. If you was to ask him, yeah, who does he look up to? I guarantee you it's Reece James. Guarantee you. Yeah. Come on, Cunha. Wait, Casemiro doing overlapping runs, yeah? Unlucky. Corner. Casemiro must be running on empty, though.
Trust me, but that's what I was saying at the start. Who the fuck do you take off?
Dallo and Mbuemo going on. Mazraoui and Sesko, bet you. Corner. Lumi, listen, you can rain in our parade, man. Don't worry. Wednesday soon coming, and then Sunday. Wednesday soon come. There ain't no karma. There ain't no karma. Listen, when it hits,
like I said at the start of the stream, like
Bruno another assist. Bro, Bruno assist. Casemiro. Header.
Kasbag, yeah.
So look, ball into the box, Casemiro header. You'll see it. You watch these fans. Look, they're all gonna come through now. Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
The mount. Oh wait, is he offside?
Casemiro, great header though. Casemiro's eyes when he's an offside shot, his eyes always tell you.
Nah, I think he might be on. Casemiro, boy, he's deadly, you know.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a goal. Oh.
Yeah.
See, look, they're gonna start hyping up. Taste of your own medicine. Why is it a taste of my own medicine?
What?
You see, these fans, you make me laugh. Why is it tasting my own medicine?
Yo, leave me one sec. At the start of this stream, I actually said I'm not that fussed. Like, we were playing this season to get Champions League football, top 5 qualify now, thanks to you, Lumi. So we're secure. I even said I do not want to see us lose, but if we can salvage a fucking point from this, I'm all right with that. You know what I mean? Like, we're secure. We're not in a title race. We don't have to win every game right now. Use man do, and that's what I'm saying. Like, talk all you want, but remember the notepad and the pen's right by my side. I will take notes of all of this, and you'll regret everything come Sunday.
Played Ugarte. Like the best thing he's done.
To be fair though, us getting a goal there, like now, Old Trafford should have just lifted, and everyone now should be fucking ready.
Fucking hell, Casemiro. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be spamble.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what Bruno specializes in.
Spamble, yeah. The thing is now, yeah, that again is a ball into the box, yeah, and Casemiro header. Ball into the box, Casemiro header.
Like, I don't think Bruno has aimed for. He's not picked out someone there. He's aimed for an area.
Yeah, what it is, yeah. He's seen that Casemiro's in the box, and Casemiro's formidable in the air. So he's put the ball into the area that Casemiro is. You know what I mean? And Casemiro just got his head into the ball, innit, really?
Yeah.
And as James Barry said, another false assist. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it could be questionable, but you know, I think you probably like, because again, Bruno just put the ball into an area. Putting balls into area is not a difficult thing to do.
No, but because Casemiro first time header, like, didn't need to control it and do nothing else with it. Yeah, I'll give him the assist. Like, I'm not like, at no point do we ever try to just knock Bruno like, he's just shit, he does nothing. Like, yo, I'll hold my hands up and say,
sorry. Look at what this guy's just said. Yeah, Beckham spent his whole career doing that. He spent his whole career doing what? Putting balls into areas. Obviously, you didn't watch Beckham.
Beckham was picking guys out for jokes.
You see how dumb this you see how dumb this comment is, yeah? Beckham spent his whole career doing that. No, he didn't. That's the point. Go and watch Beckham's career. Beckham used to pinpoint people out. Putting the ball into areas is easier than picking somewhere out. You know what I mean?
Players like Beckham and Scholes had to put it, like, they'd pick a player and put it on a plate for them.
Yeah, but this James Barry, he don't know football anyway, man. He don't understand. You've got no choice to give him an assist. But we just told you it's an assist. But again, you're more interested in Bruno Fernandes than Man United actually winning. Because when United were losing 2-0, you was nowhere to be seen. And then Bruno gets an assist, you're now back in the comments. Again,
and the joke is we're still
Man United. It's poor.
But the joke is, Gav, we're still losing. My man sat there talking like he's got a W in his column. Like, bro, if you're a United fan, which you should
not
be if
United
you're this
fan.
heavy on Bruno, then fucking hell, what are you gloating about here? We're still 2-1 down in a fucking derby.
There
Shut
you
your
go.
mouth and fucking hope that he does something else. Because if not, what's all this for? You know what I mean? We both just fucking agreed that's an assist. Like, even though he's not picked out Casemiro, he's put it into an area and Casemiro's found it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we'll still give the
it's an assist.
assist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not trying to be biased like it's some anti-Bruno propaganda. There's no propaganda here, no agenda. I'll tell you straight, that was an assist. That wasn't an assist. That one there was, but there's plenty this season that he's been credited for that fucking weren't. You know what I mean? And let's be clear, before this game kicked off, we looked at it. Considering all he does is spam long balls, yeah, and you want to talk about that's what Beckham did. Hold up, I guarantee if we was fucking tracking the stats back then, he would have had a higher percentage of long balls completed than 59.1%, bro. Yeah, you sat there fighting for a player trying to say that he's like Beckham.
Hey, James Barry, go and suck your mother. Yeah, simple as. Nah, serious. You want to come and be disrespectful? We can have a conversation, yeah? But you're going to start chatting rubbish? Go and suck your mother. Simple as. Simple as. You know what I mean?
Simple.
Like, we're here for conversation, but you're going to try and get busy, try and get rude. Go and suck your mother. Simple. Oh, shit. I banned him as well. My bad.
Fuck no, my bad. Take that back immediately. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fucking idiot. You know what I mean? I can't stand people like that. End of the day, have a conversation, man. Like, there's nothing against Bruno. We just call it what we see. But when you're going to start saying suck your mother and that, no.
And the joke is, though, Gav, we're sat here. Anyone that wants to fucking be Bruno FC, cool, come chat it out with us, you get me? At no point will we disrespect you. If you feel that we're being disrespectful to Bruno, like he's putting food on your plate, brother, grow the fuck up. Stop using his scarf as a fucking nut rag and chill the fuck out. You're meant to be a man out here. Like, if you can't have a conversation and talk what we're watching right here, get the fuck out of here, innit? We're grown men. We're not here to conversate with children, and that's how you want to behave. So,
but the very fact that we're still losing the game, yeah, and this guy, and this, he's still there. These people, man. Let's put him in the timeout. But yeah, the very fact that Bruno created a goal, yeah, and you're coming on there when we're losing the game, it tells me all I need to know. You're more interested in Bruno Fernandes than a team actually winning. Like, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Fucking joke. But
because if you notice, like, he was quiet. He was quiet, yeah, when he was 2-0 down. And as soon as Bruno creates the goal, you're now piping up.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Even people that are like that want to go ghost until, like, he's basically, he might as well be an Arsenal fan, because that's exactly what them man like to do. But realistically, I'll still, when you want to pop up because you think you've got a point proven or something, like, yo, pop up, let's talk it out. We can debate this, innit? You want to class that as an argument, cool, but let's keep it fucking respectful. You get me? If you want to step out of that boundary of what we're talking about, then grab the Ribena straw, locate your mum, and suck till she's bone dry, brother. I don't care. But realistically, we don't need to take it to that, innit? We're all meant to be adults in this motherfucker. If you're a child, I don't know why you're still up at this time. Get to bed.
There you go. Oh, good defending. I just don't understand people that, you know what I mean, like, it's just odd, man. Like, Bruno creates a goal and then you want to try and get back into the chat. Oh, good.
No, like I said,
it's odd, man. It's odd.
It's so odd. I'll even overlook that. But when you feel like, bro, my mum must have felt like what had just happened was justification. Like this, like he's got evidence now that Bruno's the man. All right, cool. So why are you having to resort to anything outside of the parameters of the debate? You know what I mean? Like, your evidence was meant to have been right there on the screen. As soon as I'm pointing out that, bro, we're 2-1 down and you're in the chat talking like you've just took a W. Now he
Yeah,
wants to be,
it's odd.
bro, all right, cool, you get me. It is
Come
what
on
it
then,
is, isn't
Wemo.
it?
Oh, good tackle. Good tackle.
Well, that kind of shit there tells me plenty about the character, innit? And from that point,
Yeah.
grab the right bee in a straw and
Mm.
fucking find
Because,
another
because, because,
channel for
because the
something.
problem is now, yeah, and this is the thing, yeah, with a lot of his fans, yeah, Bruno Fernandes fans, as far as they're concerned now, yeah, whether Man United win or lose, he's got an assist, and then Sky Sports are gonna peddle the same nonsense, yeah. They're gonna start saying, oh, he's got 17 assists, and they're gonna forget that we've actually lost the game if it happens like that. You
Yeah,
see what I mean?
yeah.
Like I just don't understand it. It's like him getting 17 assists, yeah, that's good for him, but is that good for Man United? Really, it's not. Because say Man United don't get Champions League football and he gets 17 assists. Like you see how dumb it is?
Yeah, like I say, well, if we get nothing from this game, what's that whole argument my man's trying to come about Bruno being the man, best 10 in the world, this, that, and the other? What does all that equate to if we don't get fucking even a point here at home against a rival that's fighting for the life in relegation?
Mm.
Bro, I don't want to hear none of this Bruno hype, none Bruno love. Like, if he was that guy, this game wouldn't have even been an issue. You know what I
One sec,
mean?
bro.
I
Let
don't
me just
care.
address this. Let me just address this. I've been watching this channel for a bit now, and I've noticed that anytime someone disagrees with Gav, he slates their opinion. Give me an example where I've slated your opinion. Go and give me an example. Give me an example. And a day, you're entitled to your opinion. The difference is when I counteract the opinion, you know, people either get personal or they run away. It's just that simple. Like if you think Bruno Fernandes is a top player, that's down to you. I don't. It's just that simple. But I'm never gonna tell you that your opinion don't matter. You know what I mean? I care about my opinion. You know what I'm trying to say? And I can provide facts for my opinion. But if you rate Bruno Fernandes, I don't care if you rate him. I don't. It's that simple. So again, man, if you've been watching for if you've been watching for a bit, I've never seen you on there, so I think you're lying personally. You know what I mean?
And one thing I will say, as someone that like, yo, I'm constantly in the chat, I'm constantly on the streams. Yo, fucking first time I spoke to Gav about Andy Cole, my man laughed up my
There
opinion.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look now. I sat there like a man. Just yo, these are the reasons why. Look at this, and this. And yo, his opinion changed because I like, bro, he wasn't sat there looking at all the stats and statistics because they'd not ever been put in anybody's face. When I did the work and did that, bro, man turned around and was like, you know what? I was wrong for laughing, and he said it couple times now on stream. Yo, man, I hold up his hands if he gets it wrong as well. You know what I mean? End of the day, if somebody comes on with an opinion that you don't agree with, you're going to fucking disagree and you're going to want to debate it out. That's the purpose of conversation. Let's express
Yeah.
our opinions and let's try and meet somewhere in the middle if possible.
Mm.
Sometimes it's just a case of you've got an opinion, I've got an opinion, they ain't gonna meet, they ain't gonna be no compromise. But as grown men, it's a case of I respect your opinion, you respect mine, and we move the fuck on from it. You know what I mean? But at no
Mm.
point do I say, "Oh, you don't like my opinion? Well, suck your mum." God, bro, where's that coming from? You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's no need for that kind of talk. You can express your opinion if you feel that you like, for example, if you're in the chat now and you love Bruno Fernandes and you really want to fucking back his corner, cool, come and present all the facts that you feel support your fucking argument. Yo, we'll hear it out. We might disagree. If you're presenting stone cold facts that are undisputable, we will explain to you why we feel the way we do. If we can't meet in the middle, we'll still respect that you've done the graft. But the second that you want to start talking about someone's mum or whatever, Now, yo, we don't have to show no respect to your opinion no more, because you've just proven what kind of character and what kind of moral standing you have. You know what I mean? If you can't stand there and debate your point, even if you're resorting to them kind of things, it only tells me that you felt you were losing the argument. You know what I mean? And now you're just gonna try and do whatever you can do to win in your own little way. That's not my way, in it. I'll stick to the point. I'll get my points across, and if you don't agree, you don't agree. But at the end of the day, I've been in the chat plenty of streams, and I've seen plenty of people come out with some diabolical comments. And yeah, I've watched Gav disagree, and I've watched Gav explain why he disagrees. But at no point does he get disrespectful and tell guys that fucking the mum's on crack, or you know what I mean, like no bullshit like fucking I'm gonna smash your bed on it, none of that. You know, I never see Gav get disrespectful with nobody. You know what I mean? If you're a grown adult, you should be able to come on and express your opinion, debate it out, and whether you agree or disagree at the end of it, that should be the end of it. It shouldn't be no extra bullshit.
But this is what it comes down to. I think, you know, as I said, man, anyone can have their opinion. It's what makes conversation. The problem is when you disagree with the general narrative that people want to push, you're a hater, or you know, you did, or you off the line. Hey, Casemiro is a demon in the air, you know. He's a demon. Bruno would have got another assist as well, by the way. But yeah, but going back to this quest, this oh wait 1 minute, they're on the break. Good tackle, Cognac. Yeah, just going back to this comment from Mike Oxmall. He says, well, for example, you just said that, hey, Dave, you just said that Bruno getting 17 assists for him isn't good for Man United. How does that make sense? Don't worry, man. I'll break it down for you, yeah? As I said earlier, if Bruno gets 17 assists and Man United don't finish in the Champions League, who is that good for, Bruno or Man United? There you go. there you go. There's your answer. Because too many fans are more interested in Bruno than Man United being better. Because as soon as Bruno created that goal, you're having people come on the chat, come into the chat and start saying that, you know, trying to prove me wrong. Like it's pathetic. Man United are still losing the game, by the way. But these people were quiet, and as soon as Bruno gets the assist, it's let's jump on the chat now. And that's what I mean. There's fans that out there that are more interested in Bruno doing well than Man United. You know, if Bruno got 3 assists and Man United were 3-2 up, I'll be the first one to say, look, I don't rate him as a player, but he has got 3 assists. He's been instrumental. We're losing the game, and all you can see is people come onto the chat saying to me, oh, Bruno got the assist. Like, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. And what if we do get Champions League? So if we get Champions League, we get Champions League. But I don't think you're understanding the point, man. If Bruno gets 17 assists, yes, that's good for him. But why is that good for Manchester United? What, do you think Bruno's playing the game by himself? You know what I mean? The 17 assists is only for his own being, really.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
And let's be clear, like fucking, before this game, yeah, he had 7 open play assists and 7 from set pieces. And set pieces, he'd taken.
I think it's 8 now from set. Oh, 8 from open play.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Before this game, it was 8 from fucking set pieces. Now it'll be 9 in it. No, that'll go down as an open play in it. That wasn't a corner. That one.
That's what I'm saying. So he's got 8 from open play.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like he had 8 from set pieces, and considering he's took before this game kicked off, he took 64 corners and 16 indirect free kicks. As I said before, that's 80 set pieces that he took where he's whipped across into the box. and only 8 times has it been converted. So 10% of his fucking set pieces are actually successful. It's not the highest fucking conversion rate, and if anything, it tells you more about the quality of the ball than it does the players in the box. Yeah, because if you had David Beckham on them free kicks, they'd be hitting someone's forehead every fucking time, or at least half the time.
Yeah, but again, bro, you know what I mean. This Bruno Fernandes conversation, you know what I mean. People don't want to have it, man. Like you can tell people are not here for conversation. They're just here for whatever narrative that they want to push out to you.
Yeah, 100%.
That's literally all it is. Because the very fact that this guy's telling me about Bruno's assists, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's got 17 assists. Like, who cares, really? You know what I mean? Who actually cares? Like, let's hope Man United get Champions League, because if he gets 17 assists and Man United miss out on the Champions League, why do we care about his assists? Like, that's the truth. If he gets 17 assists, Man United get into the Champions League, cool. I still want him gone at the end of the season. You know what I mean? It's not going to change my mind. Like, I want him gone end of the season for many reasons. You know what I mean? So I hope that clears it up, man. Come on, let's try and get another goal, man. At least get a draw out of this assignment. Play Dallo. Oh, lucky. Good ball from Bruno to Shaw. Clockender saying, I'm waiting for Ahmad's hat trick. Boy, I'm waiting for Saka's hat trick. He's on 300 grand a week. The guy hasn't got a Premier League hat trick to his name. You know what I mean, Clockenders?
Yeah, I just saw that.
I'll let you answer this one.
From that's what I'm saying. That pass there from Bruno to Shaw was a very good pass. This is what I'm saying. Like,
it was a good pass, yeah.
Like occasionally he will pull one out, and that's what I'm saying. Like the highlight reels, just
bro, it's volume. It's volume what he does.
Yeah, man. Like that's the problem for me. It's the 9 that he fucking just sends wildly that irritate me. If he took his time and picked out passes like that every fucking time, if he's like I say, if his long balls and shit were as nicely placed as those, bro, bro, I'd be saying fucking give him the wage that he wants and did it. He's just not that guy. Like, I'd even take the lost possession from bad touches and stuff because he has a lot of bad touches and fucking, you know what I mean. But the majority of his actual possession lost stats come from misplaced passes or misplaced crosses. It's fucking disgusting to see. And when this guy's meant to be like Mr. Creator,
answer this question from Mamba, innit? Because I can't be bothered, man.
One sec, let me zoom in. You blame this result on Bruno? No. I'm not blaming this result on Bruno. I'm still just talking about these men that were hopping in the chat wanting to talk like this was a win because Bruno got an assist. I said before this game started, Mamba, anything less than a point is unacceptable here. It's a derby. We're at home. There's no excuses. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this has been a shit performance all the way through. But the second I saw Kobe Mainoo's injured and we've only got fucking Ugarte there to step in, I knew this was going to be a long night. You know what I mean? And before the game started and before I'd even seen that, I knew it was going to be a close game. I said 2-0 United, 2-1 United, sorry. It's 2-1 the other way round. It's been a close game, as I expected. I also said these men would turn up like it's a Champions League final, which they have done. They played exceptionally well. Considering where they are in the league table and where we are in the league table, this don't make sense. But that's what these kind of rivalries do, innit? End of the day, though, fucking hell. I'm not gonna lose sleep over this. We're not in a position like yous, man, where you have to win every game. This time next season, I want us to be in a title race, but like I said before, we need a big clear out. We've got like 10 players leaving that we know of, and that's before you get into the Mason Mounts, Luke Shaws, and the Lows and that. You know what I mean? Bro, we need to do a lot of work in the meantime. But this time next year, if we're in a fucking anywhere close to a title race, 3 points every fucking game, it has to be, or it's unacceptable. Yous, man, can't afford to lose at home to Bournemouth. You know what I mean? We can drop a point here. Yous, man, have helped us. Fifth place qualifies for Champions League. At the start of this season, every United fan would have told you Champions League qualification is the lowest we're going for here. We've got it. It
Go on,
obviously
quickly.
mathematically it's not guaranteed just yet, but let's be real. It's in the bag, innit?
Bro, you know we can't beat Leeds this season, boy. That's what I will tell you.
Bro, but like I say, these man at the start of a season would take relegation if they beat us both fixtures. I'm telling you now, that's how much hatred they've got for United.
3 midfielders and up to 7 players is the bare minimum for United to stand still next season. Listen, I think seven players is over the top for me. I think,
man, that's what I said. 7 or 8 players at the minimum. Because
bro,
bear in mind,
I don't think we're gonna get 7 players. I can't see us getting 7 players.
I'm not saying 7 superstars. I'm saying like you might have a fucking like I say, we're looking at fullbacks, yeah. Balde and all this shit's unrealistic, realistically, yeah. But if you look at it, like I looked at that Javaro Reed.
Javar Reed, yeah.
You know what they'd take for him? Between 21 and 30 mil.
Yeah. But again, are they even looking at him? That's the problem.
But this is the thing, though. It don't have to be him specifically, but that level in that position, that's the price range that you can pick up quality for. You know what I mean? You don't have to go crazy. We're connected with Dumfries, and that'll be a fairly cheap deal. The Camavinga deal that people are talking about, 43 million. It's you can get 7 players in if you're only paying 30 million on 3 of them. You know what I mean? Okay, it's not like we need fucking 7 or 8 star players because we don't. We need to strengthen the depth of the squad. So we need players that are capable of stepping in and turning up when we need them to. Realistically, we've got a half decent fucking pretty much a half decent because you'd keep half of the squad and get rid of half the squad, wouldn't you? So you've got a half decent squad there. It's not within the realms of possibility that 7 or 8 signings, considering we're losing 4 on on fucking contract expiries, and then 6 are pretty much planned to go anyway. Bro, we look at the squad depth now. Cobby's out. Yeah, next season there's no Casemiro and they don't want Ugarte. Who the fuck would be our centre mids?
That's why I've always said, man, 3 is a minimum, and if we can get 4, then you know what I mean.
Yeah, ideally, but that's what I'm saying. I think three centre mids. I reckon because bear in mind, Onana, Bandera are both linked with moves away, and Heaton's expiring, so we'll get a keeper, 3 centre mids. I think we'll go. Obviously, we're going to get a left winger. I think after that, they're probably eyeing up maybe another centre back and maybe another striker because there is rumblings that if we can bring in a high level striker for Sesko to be back up to, then Xerxes.
Game over, bro. Game over.
Huh?
Game over.
I was just literally waiting for this last free kick. I thought I was holding hope, but it's gone then, innit? But like I say, this isn't on one player. This was a fucking disaster from the start. When I saw the team sheet, I knew it was a disaster. But it is what it is. We don't need to win every game. Look what it means to these cunts. You know what I mean? My man's on his knees, bro. Fucking come on.
Bear me 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. You see what it means to these men to win. against us, I told you, man, it's gonna be a hard game. They're gonna turn up like it's Champions League. It's exactly what they did. To be fair, can't knock them. They deserve the 3 points in it, but it's a disgrace that we've not got anything at home against these. Considering I don't want to hear no excuses about the international break. These man had the same problem to deal with in it, so it's one of them. Like I say, it's not all on Bruno. Martinez, fucking absolute dickhead for what he did. Absolutely no need. The way he acted, surprised, like he didn't know what he did, and he kept fucking gesturing like what. Yeah, nah, pissed me off. Fucking seeing Ugarte play 90 minutes is a piss take. Fucking, but again, what other options do you have? Yeah, it's disappointing, isn't it? Like I say, I've said for a bit, even when everything was going well, I don't think Carrick's the guy for the long term because he's just not got the experience for it. He can identify problems, but I feel like he addresses the problem too late. He gives guys opportunity to try and turn it around before he'll make changes, and it can be far too late by the time he does, innit? But like I say, it is what it is. If it turns out that fucking we do end up keeping Carrick for next season, I'm not gonna knock him in it, but I do feel like stuff like this, it shows that we need a big summer. And to be fair,
Yeah,
we do
100.
need to fucking assess the manager situation a bit more deeper because let's be real, man. These are games that you shouldn't be losing, but it is what it
But the
is,
thing is,
innit?
you know what's frustrating though, yeah. Obviously, I know they were down to 10 men, and like, let's get it right, yeah. Before, because you're gonna get fans out there saying this is why we should have kept Amarim and all this other bollocks that people are gonna start saying, yeah. And let's face it, the football ain't great, yeah, but it's a lot better than what it was under Amarim, yeah.
Oh, 100%.
But
Let's not
the
forget.
reason why I'm frustrated, yeah, is because I like for so long you're seeing too much of the same football, and it's the same players that seem to be playing and producing these kind of performances. You know what I mean? It's like I'm literally bored of watching Man United because we just play the same way, and it's just mundane football. You know, when United are down, they start resorting to long ball. But even in general play is not great. You know what I mean? So it's that's what the frustrating thing is really. But yeah, we shouldn't have lost this game, man. But unfortunately, it was always going to be a tough game, and yeah, it's just ridiculous, man. But what you're going to get all these fans now that wanted Amarim. They're going to start saying that Carrick hasn't really done that much of a great deal. You know
No,
what I mean?
no, but let's be clear. Carrick has done a tremendous job, and before Amarim got sacked, me and you sat on this stream and said,
Big up Philly,
I
man.
want to
Go on.
see Michael Carrick come in as interim and then a proper manager in the summer after that, innit? And
Yeah.
I've stuck by that the whole way through. I know you kind of like changed it a little bit because you're like, well, if everything goes the way it's been going, there's no reason to take it away from him. But
Yeah.
I've stayed with my opinion of no. Let's. This is
Mm.
the interim basically, and we're gonna have a proper appointment in the summer. And
Yeah, but
like I
bro,
said,
the thing is though, where I stand on Carrick here is that if you're not gonna go and get Luis Enrique,
well, yeah,
Zidane,
if you're not gonna get the
or
right
someone like
guy, then
that,
stick with Carrick in it.
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's how I see it. Unless you're gonna get one of their managers, then because I think Carrick's gone past the point now, yeah, of the Glasners and all this. I mean, I like Iraola. I mean, I'll take him. But in
Yeah,
terms of like some of the managers that United were linked with, Carrick, for what he's shown, has kind of gone past that. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I'm saying if you can get one of them kind of managers in, then I'm fine with it. But as I said, man, I'm like there's a lot of things that I want to see next season. A lot of things that I want to see. As I say, I want to see the removal of certain players, some serious signings. that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
who knows, man. Serious fan Bart says, can you see Man United getting 3 new players before the World Cup? I agree, Gav. You ain't getting more than 5 new players. Hopefully, a few Carrington lads can fill in. I mean, yeah. Listen, if we could get 7 players, yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, you can't complain. But Man United have never done that. This is why I'm not saying 7 players, because I think everyone would agree that we need somewhere around that kind of mark, innit? But if we can get 3 players before the World Cup, mate, that'd be mad. And in actual fact, yeah, I reckon we are going to get some players before the World Cup starts. I think you're going to see some deals being agreed, in my opinion.
But this is the thing, no, Gav. Like I'm normally one of them that goes off track records. That's why I have kind of stuck by the Arsenal will bottle it, because time has proven that. But the thing is that this is something that we've never seen before. We've never had a window coming up where we know we've got 4 contracts expiring and we're letting at least 6 players go. You know what I mean? And they're pretty much already halfway out the door. You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like, well, losing all them players, it's almost like losing all them players. We didn't plan to qualify for Champions League, because if you're going to lose them and not replace them, that's fine if you're only going to compete for the league. But if you're going to qualify for Champions League and you're actually going to take it serious, then you're going to need to replace pretty much all of them players. You know what I mean? Like I say, we're about to let Heaton's contract expire and sell Bayendare and Onana. Means we've just got Lemens. You really think we can afford to go into a season with just 1 keeper?
No, of course not. Of course not. But I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. Say,
really
for example, they bring in a youngster, another like Lemens type profile to be the backup to Lemens. Yeah, that's a cheap deal to be made. And that can be easily made as well. That's not like it has to be a long drawn out. It's a backup. We're not talking first choice here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like certain positions, we're not talking about bringing in a big name. We do like to bring in the Dorgus and that, where these are quality and we got them for next to nothing. You know what I mean? Like all we need is, say we get 3 of them, and then you get like some of the surprise deals where it's like Camavinga for 40 odd mil. Bro, we can get a few decent players in fairly cheap, and die for 70. Fucking Camavinga for fucking 43. You get Baleba for 70. Bro, straight away there's some high profile names, and you've only spent what?
Baleba's gonna be less than that.
But that's what I'm saying, no, bro. Like at max, like you're paying less than 200 mil for 3 or 4 players that you're like, well, yeah, these are gonna massively improve the team. Then you can spend another 90 million bringing in 4 players that are gonna be backup. Yo, I could see it happening, but like I say, I'm not expecting a massive like Galacticos window, but I'm expecting a window that we've never seen before, because we've never. But
that's what I'm hoping, bro. I just don't know if I see 7 players, man. I mean, I'm looking at 4 or 5 players, thinking that's too much for them to do. But yeah, I mean, we need players. Don't get me wrong, man. But the thing is, as well, you know what I'm actually looking at as well now, yeah.
Go on.
I'm actually looking at Man United going to a 3 in midfield, you know, because I think we need to get more control. And if we play a 3 in midfield, you know, if we get, as I say, if we get like a Camavinga, Tonali, Baleba, and you got Kobe there as well, and you play a midfield 3, just for the control, I think that'd be better. Because I think as well, if you look at what's his face, if you look at the fact that we keep playing with this, because let's face it as well, yeah, Bruno Fernandes doesn't play as a number 10. He plays as a support striker, and then in desperate times he goes at the back to pick the ball up and just try to hit long balls into the area. You know what I mean? And again, when you've got a player that's very gung-ho like that, you don't have any control in the midfield anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like I say, I won't be surprised, but that's what I'm saying. I do feel like that because they're eyeing up another manager and all that. Anything could happen. Like a change of formation is not out of the question, innit? Only thing I
Mm,
can guarantee is it will be four at the back.
yeah.
I think we've learnt that now, and I don't think the board will allow anything else.
Mm. Clock enders saying United ain't got no money.
Behave,
We're seeing it.
behave.
Yeah, boy, it's madness, isn't it? But I don't know, man. I don't know. But today was a poor one, man. It was a poor one. I think in terms of the performance, yeah, man, it's frustrating because no one really played well, you know. And it's a poor result, man. You know what I mean? But I actually do think, yeah, like Carrick in a way has kind of disappointed me a bit because I think with Carrick, yeah, I would have expected him to play a bit more of Joshua Zirkzee. You know, whether there's something going on behind closed doors or whether the way he's seeing things. Because again, if we're down to 10 men, you know, he's probably looking at Zirkzee as a player that probably won't come on and do well in a game like this. I don't know. But the fact that he's not using Xerxes attributes is concerning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And as I said, man, it's one of them things for me where, yeah, he's disappointed me in that thing. Because when Mbuemo came on, yeah, which I knew Carrick was going to do, Mbuemo's not going to do nothing because Mbuemo's not really a great player. He's just someone that he does get goals in it, but quite clearly you can see that yeah, he's someone that is struggling at the moment. And again, he took off Ahmad and put Mbuemo on, which was a like for like switch, really. Sesko stayed on, which I was surprised at. You know, he played the whole game. Cunha as well. And as I say, Cunha is now a winger, you know what I mean? Which is mad.
yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a winger. And it's the guy's a number 10 and he's playing on the wing to accommodate Bruno Fernandes, really. So yeah,
Bro.
man, it's it wasn't a great.
This is exactly why we've said that like we need Bruno gone because he's a detriment to other players on the team, and I don't care what anybody says. When you bring in a player like Cunha and then tell him to play out of position just to accommodate a Bruno,
yeah,
don't make
exactly,
sense
bro.
to me.
But that's my point, isn't it? Like, and is it going to be the same next season? Because you'll have to say, yeah, if that's the case, why is Cunha here? Because I'm pretty sure Cunha never signed up to play left wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he never signed to play left wing, but he's having to play there because Bruno, you know, mentioned Ahmad. Obviously, one of Sesko or Mbuemo or Ahmad has to miss out. The whole thing's lopsided because of one player like that. You know what I mean? And again, if he was here for a season, you'd be like, okay, he's only been there for a season. The guy's been there for how long? And how long is this going to keep going on?
No,
sometimes you got to sacrifice his GA for the betterment of the team.
No, 100%. That's what I've been saying for a bit now.
Yeah.
It's fucking, like I say, he's had plenty of time and won fucking nothing important. So it's time to move on, innit? The experiment of trying to do like another Cantona type thing where we've got one person like and the whole team around. It's not worked. Fuck it. You know what I mean? He's got to go now. Move on.
Yeah. Nico Paz, 21-year-old superstar. Yeah, listen, I like Nico Paz. I like him. If you guys haven't seen one of my streams from before, man, he was someone that I mentioned as a number 10. Obviously, formerly of Real Madrid as well. But yeah, I like Nico Paz, man. He's a good player. But I just don't know what we do, man. If I'm honest with you, that midfield's a massive problem. And when I say the midfield, you have to include Bruno in there as well because he's meant to be playing as a number 10, which he's not. He's playing support striker. So whether we go to a 3 next season, man, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, innit? You know what I mean?
Serious.
Yeah. But anyway, listen, I have to wrap it up, boy, because it's been a long one today. But guys, big up to yourselves for coming through each and every time. Make sure you smash the like button on your way out. Make sure you sub to the channel as well. Make sure you share the channel, guys, and make sure you hype the channel as well. And obviously, make sure you follow Fitz and Jonas as well. So their link is in the description. So yeah, make sure you guys go over and follow them on their socials. And I will be back. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. No live tomorrow. But I'll be back for the watch along on Wednesday. Got a busy one, guys, coming up actually this week. So I'll be live with the Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon watch along on Wednesday. Obviously, got myself and Fitz as usual. Atletico Madrid all-time 11 on Thursday. I'm going to be doing a subscribers only live Q&A on Friday. And then Sunday is the Man City and Arsenal title decider on Sunday. So I'll be doing a live watch along as well. So yeah, got a lot of content coming up this week. So yeah, big up to you guys for coming through each and every time. And yeah, as always, make sure you check out all the other content as well, guys, on there. And yeah, make sure you smash the like button on your way up. And yeah, listen, man, disappointing result. You know, but yeah, man, I just want this season to be done with, man, and then we can just look at the transfer window, man. That's all I'm interested in. This season for me is been a shit show, man. It's been poor Premier League season. Like the football as a whole has been an absolute disgrace, you know. And the Champions League is a bit of a breather because the Premier League season has been poor, man. It's been so poor, and let's hope next season it's a positive, innit? But listen, we got Arsenal, man, so we can always laugh at them during the week, innit? See what they can do. But yeah, guys, big up to yourselves each and every time. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit, man. Fitz, big up, bro.
Yeah, man. Bless, brother. Catch you on the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.